Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be reading the story behind block number 4. So let's have a look and see what is behind block 4. Do you remember yesterday's story? We talked about a man named Abraham and the big promise God made to him. God promised Abraham that he would have a son and that he would go on to have many children, many more children and many more great-grandchildren. And he would have so many descendants that they would be as numerous as the stars in the sky. God kept his promise to Abraham. He gave Abraham and Sarah a son named Isaac. But Abraham and Sarah didn't always keep their promises. And sometimes they sinned in ways that hurt other people. One of the people they hurt was Hagar. Hagar lived with Abraham and Sarah, but she wasn't treated very well. She did everything Abraham and Sarah told her to do, but it was just never enough. Why? Because Sarah was jealous of Hagar. And I'm sure, boys and girls, you know that you can't be jealous of someone and love them at the same time. One time Sarah was so mean to Hagar that Hagar ran away out into the desert. And it looked like Hagar was going to die all alone. But God saw her right where she was. God heard her when she was crying. And God came to her and gave her some water by guiding her to a spring in the desert. Not only that, God promised her that she would also have a son, and he would be called Ishmael. Hagar was amazed and thankful that God cared about her, and she gave God a special name that means God sees me. I wish I could tell you that things were better after that. But when Hagar went back to Abraham and Sarah, they weren't any nicer. After Isaac was born, they sent Hagar and Ishmael away. And like last time, they were wandering around in the desert with no water. Just like that time, it looked like Hagar and her son were about to die. Just like last time, Hagar began to cry and cry. And little Ishmael cried too. But just like last time, God saw Hagar. Just like last time, God heard Hagar. And just like last time, God gave Hagar and her son some water. You see, God was with Hagar. Even when Sarah was mean to her, even when she felt all alone in the desert, even when she thought she would die of thirst, God was with Hagar. God was with Hagar's son Ishmael too. He would grow up to be a great warrior, an expert with the bow and arrow. And years later, he would have children of his own, and they would have children of their own, and they would grow into a great nation. Hagar's family were wanderers in the desert. They never settled in one place, but kept travelling around. But there would be a time in the future when God would provide a true home where his people could settle, and he would be with them forever. One day, God would come back to stay.